The Steelers crush the New York Jets. Welcome back to the Black and Gold Standard. Well, Pittsburgh Steelers found their quarterback, but this is a good week. The Pittsburgh Steelers took care of business Sunday night and destroyed the New York Jets, 37-15. It was the debut of quarterback Russell Wilson, and we got a lot to talk about. So let's get right to it. I picked the Steelers to win this game, but I also thought it would be a tougher game than what it turned out to be. Because I thought the Jets, even though they're kind of struggling a little bit, I thought they had some, and they actually do. They had some talent on offense, but Pittsburgh Steelers came out there and it was kind of shaky, maybe that first quarter, but then after that, it was just a total domination. Aaron Rodgers looked old. He has some good weapons, but I don't know. It just seemed like it's not going to work for them. I thought Brees Hall, at least not running the ball, because the Steelers dominated the Jets' offensive line. But in the passing game, Brees Hall kind of hurt him a little bit, so that's something they're gonna have to tighten up on. Other than that, the Jets really didn't hurt them. They really didn't hurt them in anything. I thought the defense played pretty well. They covered. Beanie Bishop, 2 big time interceptions. So no complaints with the defense. I mean, the defense actually really stepped up. Like I said, some of my concerns was going to be Beanie. I thought, with the guys that they could put in the slot to kind of match up with him, I thought they would have the upper hand, but they really didn't. I mean, like I say, the Jets really didn't do anything on offense. They moved the ball a little bit, but when they got big chunk plays, it was Brees Hall, doing it out the backfield. But let's move to the Steelers, at least on the offensive side. Russell Wilson, I think he showed what a lot of us wanted to see, and also he really showed the difference between him and Justin Fields. He showed that he's a veteran quarterback. Like I say, there's no defense that he hasn't seen. He kind of started off rocky in that first quarter, and that should have been expected. I mean, to be honest, he hadn't really played in a year, so that had to be expected. But it was kind of rocky, and I know the naysayers was probably like, see, I told you he shouldn't play. But what you did see, you seen a lot of under center. You could hear it on TV. Definitely changing plays, calling a lot of audibles. And we got to see that Russell Wilson moon ball that George Pickens was able to get up under, and I think he's going to be able to do that all year. Like I say, this will go to some of my old school people. Remember Jeff Blake? They used to play for the Cincinnati Bengals back in the day. He was good throwing those moon balls to Carl Pickens and I think it was I forget. I know his last name was Scott. And with that moon ball, when they throw it so high, the DB kind of get lost. And especially if you have a big receiver that can jump, it's just a great weapon to have. And I just remember Jeff Blake and Carl Pickens would get that thing all the time. So um, we was able to see that. We was able to see that Russell Wilson spread the ball around. A lot of guys caught passes. Pickens caught passes. Firemouth caught passes. Um, Calvin Austin caught a pass. He had a big drop. Jefferson caught a couple passes and a touchdown. So the ball was spreaded around a lot. Warren caught some balls out the backfield. So, like I say, now you have that veteran quarterback, and what's going to happen is a lot of these teams won't be able to play eight in the box, on first and second downs because now they know they got a quarterback back there that can hurt them if they want to play, one man high and all that type of crap. So, I expect things just to get better. Especially one Russ get his legs up on him. Like I say, he hadn't played in a year. Really didn't have no preseason or mini or training camp. So this was him just kind of like coming out cold, you could say, and threw for 264 yards, accounted for 3 touchdowns, ran one in and threw for two. Pickens was, he got his targets, he got his touchdown. He was happy. Actually, a lot of people not saying it. I want to say it was on Firemouth's nice little long pass that he caught. Well, run and catch. Pickens had a nice block, took out 2 guys. So, like I say, with him, it's more the maturity thing. But as long as you keep him engaged, and like I say, he's like any other receiver. They want the ball. They feel like they're open all the time. But as long as he's getting his touches and being engaged, Pickens won't be a problem. He won't be a problem. Like I say, I like that the ball is getting spreaded out now. Um, you know, you should get some weapons with Cordell Patterson coming back. So it's really looking it's looking good for the Steelers right now. They're 5-2. Got another primetime game on Monday against the New York Giants. That's a game that should be winnable, and they go on bye, and hopefully coming out the bye, you should be able to get some guys that's kind of banged up. Should get those guys back. Steelers should be pretty much at full strength when they take on the Commanders after the bye. Then after that, this is where they're going to run into that tough part of the schedule. So if you can get into that tough part of the schedule with 7 wins, you can't beat it. So that's pretty much it. Like I say, I thought Russell Wilson really showed what he can do and what he's going to do. Um, I still believe that they didn't do it this Sunday, in which I just think they just wanted Russell to really, had this game to himself and get himself going. But I still believe that they're going to have a package for Justin Fields, and he's going to run, especially some of them short yardage things. Because the thing I don't really agree with, especially the type injury that Russ came off of with the calf, I really don't really like seeing him doing the short yardage stuff. I think that type stuff there, you got Fields for that, and you got a lot of things that you can play off of that. He can obviously run the ball. He can pull back and pass it. So they should be able to get real creative with him, and I expect him to probably this week against the Giants. I expect to see Fields a little bit. Like I say, I just think this game here they wanted Russ to just get the rust out, and I think that's what he did. and didn't put the ball in harm's way. He moved like a lot of people had a concern about with this offensive line. He's gonna get killed. Um, Again, I've always asked, why do people think that Russell Wilson couldn't move? I mean, I know he had the injury, so I understand thinking he couldn't move because of the injury, but Russell Wilson can still move. Now, granted, he's not the guy he was 10 years ago, but he can still move around in the pocket. He can still throw on a run, which is what he does. So I don't know. I just think he was able to probably answer a lot of the questions that a lot of the people, the naysayers, probably had as far as what was going on with him. Um, I like the move. I credit Mike Tomlin for making that move. That was a difficult move, and I could understand if he didn't make it. But like I've always said, Russell Wilson was brought in here to play. Cam Hayward, T.J. Watt, those guys personally talked to Russell and got him over here. So Tomlin was definitely going to give him an opportunity to play. And I'm quite sure what those guys seen on Sunday was enough to let them know that he's the man for the job right now. This is the first time in a long time that our defense actually played with a lead and could just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. Do whatever they really wanted. So I think it's all happiness on the South Side right now. I think the Steelers are moving in the right direction. Like I say, I truly believe probably starting this week, you're going to see Fields, especially I think them short yardage situations. I think Fields is probably going to take over for that, and we'll see. Like I say, the Steelers are 5-2. They're starting to get healthy. On the offensive line, didn't play bad. Didn't play bad. I mean, it wasn't. Actually, I didn't get a chance to watch all 22. But they held their own. The Jets really didn't dominate them how they could have. Um, so from there, we'll see what happened. And till then, we'll talk to you next time. All right, take care.